Okay, greetings traders. This is JJ from J to the J Futures Trading, and thank you for being here. Today, I want to make a video on my favorite indicator. It is literally the best indicator I've ever used, and I've tried a bunch of them. As you can see here, we've got a bunch in TradingView. Every time I've watched a video that somebody had on an indicator I liked, or somebody I knew recommended an indicator to try, I would star it. So I've saved a whole bunch of them here over the last 2-3 years that I've been using TradingView. But my number one favorite best indicator I've ever used is the RSI Histo Alert strategy. That is an amazing indicator. It's made by H. Potter, has 8.6K as of today's date. That means that's how many times somebody's copied it and used it. It's amazing. So it's absolutely the best indicator out there for me. And let me show you why. So how I use it on my charts, I'm going to bring this up. I want to make it pretty big so we can see what we're doing. I do minimize it when I'm actually trading, but the data is what I want you to see here. So here's today's chart. I didn't do much trading today. I was really busy with some outside things and not able to be at my desk like I wanted to be. And I don't trade mobile anymore. I had a really bad experience with that, so I didn't really. I actually had a little bit of a loss this morning, and I was too busy to focus on it today. So I'm just now getting to my desk, and I wanted to make this video. This video has been on my mind for a while. I get a lot of questions about the RSI Histo Alert strategy indicator. Basically, I did a lot of testing with the Forex version of this clear back in the day. I used to use a couple coders throughout the world. I got really big into making what's called an expert advisor. So it's an automated trading, an MT4 platform. This indicator is very, very similar to an indicator we designed with the same parameters. And when I started trading futures, I actually uploaded this, and I was testing some different strategies and trying to find out how much different it was from Forex. And I ended up on this indicator, and I just uploaded these settings off of a different indicator I used to use a long time ago that I had really good luck with. And wouldn't you know, it actually works really well than this strategy. So how I use it is a little bit different than a lot of videos you see on YouTube. A lot of videos you see on YouTube, they're going to tell you to set like a 80 and a 20, and they're going to tell you if it gets down to the 20 level, the negative 20 level, that's a good area to buy in, which if we scroll down here, we can see that it didn't get quite to the 80 today, but that, if you would have just bought at those levels, it'd probably be okay eventually, but it doesn't mean it's always going to do that. You could just be in a real big trend, and it take forever before this thing flips around on you. So I wouldn't try to use it as a reversal indicator. Instead, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get on board with everybody else that's a buyer or a seller. So it's a momentum indicator, and how we use it is we look for a zero line cross, which is this right here. This is a bearish histogram going over to a bullish histogram. And we've got these little dotted lines set at 12 for the positive and negative 12 for the negative. And so I have alerts that are set to these, and I add them to any chart I'm looking at. I will always add this for comparison. This is like my number one go-to indicator. And it's awesome. You can swing trade with it. You can scalp with it. I mean, it works so well. Now, I will say, and we look on the 1 minute chart, I will say you're going to get a lot of this kind of stuff. It's going to be very hard in 4 minutes, 5 minutes to try and capture a rise without, and then having to get back out without losing too much and get back into a sell. So you're going to get a lot of this kind of stuff on this lower time frames. Stuff like this too. Really hard to trade right here. A lot of volatility up and down. So, you're going to catch a wave for a couple minutes, and then you'll have one or two down, one or two up, one or two down. It's really hard in the lower time frames. So I like 2 minute time frame, 3 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame. Those are my favorite time frames. Lately, I've been doing a lot of work on the 2, 3, 4, 5 minute charts, just kind of seeing comparisons and things like that. But traditionally, I've looked at 3 minute chart and 5 minute chart, waited for those to signal about the same time or very close to each other, and try to get on that cusp of the movement and go from there. So if we go to 3 minute chart, let me show you here. If you're going to be a scalper, this can help you so much. So what we would look for, I'm a Simple Market Metrics user. I love this setup. I love the platform. And so I use it in conjunction with my Simple Market Metrics, right? So you can see here that we actually got a sell signal on the RSI histogram before we did on the simple market metrics. We were a couple candles before that. And how I would use these together is I would just wait till I would get a signal. So my chart actually signals off of the indicator, the RSI indicator, once we hit -12. Then what I'll do is I'll look at my chart. I'll use the cursor here, and you can see the gray lines, and you kind of line everything up. And then I just look for everything else to tell me the same story. So in this scenario, like right here, we got a sell signal. We got a -12. It actually went down to like -23 in one candle, so it was a big spike down. And then we're triple R, so we had red candle, red background, and then we had a red line. You can't see this line because I've minimized this for the video, but it was red here as well in the middle right here. So I minimized this just to show the indicator I'm trying to show you right now, because I really want to highlight this. So everything's red. Everything's saying go the same way. This white line is the bottom of my profit wave, and it's actually a 21 EMA. And I use that as my ultimate turnaround. So I like to trade with the 200 and the 21. If you're on the side of both of those, you're with the trend, is how I look at it. If you've got RSI, we've got momentum pushing the price down that way. SMM is saying 3 or 4 different indications that we're going down. You've got this little data box here with multiple indicators. So when I'm scalping on the 2 minute, I'll put it to 2 minute. If I'm using 3 minute and 5 minute, I'll put this to 3 minutes. So I've just kind of been playing with this a little bit as I play with a little bit different time frames. Just seeing if I can find anything different that I like, or just what the differences are. But mostly I do 3 minute, 5 minute. That's been my very, very favorite setup with this. But yeah, you can swing with it. If you go to 5 minute chart, I actually have my indicators on swinging. So 5 minute chart works awesome. I mean, if you were to take trend out of the mix and not look at any EMAs or anything and just go off the RSI, you could do really well. Most days you do really well, especially in these giant swings. Like today's swing, you would have got a buy signal right about market open. Actually, it'd been a little bit before market open. And you'd been buying most of the morning, and then you'd had a pretty good switch over right around 2 hours in the market, 3 hours in the market, and the rest of the day it would have just been a big sell. I mean, this has not flagged anything but a sell the rest of the day. So as long as this, you could just trade off this indicator. If I had one indicator and that's all I could use, I'd use this. Luckily, we can use more than one indicator, because I really like to dial in on those metrics and just get the best setup I can. So. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing. You get an alert set up. So you set up your alerts right here. And all you have to do is go into your indication profile right here. Go to here and set up your indicator. Go to add indicator. Crossing, you can do crossing up, crossing down, or crossing general. I like to do crossing up and then do 12. And then I'll do 1 per bar. And then I'll do 1 for crossing down. And I'll do -12 once per bar. It's as simple as that. And then the second that this thing crosses the 12, which is at the very beginning of the move, it's usually right towards the beginning. It's not at the very, very cusp, but it's really close to it. And I feel like once we're to the 12, we usually take off and go good. And that was from a lot of studying on this other indicator. On the 5 minute chart, it's very, very responsive to that. Now, you will get continuation trades like this right here. So we're going to pull this chart down. This started to back off. You could see the RSI was dropping quite heavy and started to back off, and then price was moving back to that 21. It didn't break the 21, and then we actually would have got a second signal right here on this candle, because it broke the 12 again, and you would have got a second alert. So on this, could have been a continuation trade right here. You could have pulled some more out there. So you could have took profit here. You could have waited until you hit the 21, took profit, or you could have just held it from the original move. I like to wait. If it closes below the 21, that's a good indication to get out. So if you set a stop loss lower than that and you're watching the 21, that's why I have the white 21 highlighted, because if you look, it's respected so much. It's very, very respected. Price usually will bounce off of it. It's a great place to scalp off of that and bounce off of it. But if it does close below it and your RSI is turning against you, very good indication things are turning around. You want to get out as soon as you can. Take the losses small and as quick as you can and get back into a good trade as soon as you can. So I hope this helps. I've had a lot of people ask me about this indicator. I wanted to make a video about it for quite a while, and today was a good day for me to do it, where I didn't get to do a lot of trading. Had a little bit of time in the afternoon. The market's slow. So try it. It's free on TradingView. Add it to your chart. Whatever setup you're using, you can use it. It really will help you is a confirmation indicator, or if you're really looking for a good primary indicator, I'd use it for that too. I have a lot of confidence in it. And like I say, it's pretty versatile. You can use it on any time frame. It's pretty clear on the 1 hour that we've been down for the last 3-4 hours. 4-hour chart, same story. I just love it. I feel like it really illuminates any chart I'm on and just backs up what else I'm doing on there. So it's a very strong secondary indicator. But like I said, if I didn't have anything else and I just had one indicator, this would be the one I'd pick. I would do the best trading. The best trading I've ever done has had this indicator involved in it. So I feel like this is a perfect complement to the simple market metrics system. And I just really wanted to put that out there for my viewers and for the YouTube community that watches this. And as my channel grows, this is just going to be a library of things that I've seen over the years and things that I've ran into that have really helped me. I'm not a perfect trader by any means. I still struggle. I can pass evals, but I still struggle on the funded level. So I'm just really trying to stay disciplined and stay focused. And this is one of the indicators that really helped me. There's so many days where I'm in a bad situation, or not so many days that I've had bad trades necessarily, but I feel like it helps me keep out of those bad trades and get out of the bad ones sooner. So if I see this turning around on me and I'm losing money, I'll just get out, take my small loss, wait for a better setup, watch the trend, try to double up on it. So, I only want to be buying. This chart is saying it nothing but sells. I wouldn't want to be buying. I wouldn't even take this buy right here, even though the RSI is up. There's too many other factors against it. Instead, I would be patient and I'd wait for a sell, because the dominant trend is obviously bearish today, and you're better off trying to go with the trend than try and fight against it. So hope this helps. Yeah, it's a great indicator. Showed you how my settings are, showed you how I use it. You can color it whatever you want. You can do whatever zero line cross you want. It does come a little bit more shaded than this. It's a little bit more transparent looking. I do like to make it pretty vivid, so I can see exactly what's going on. And then, like I said, the 12 and the negative 12 have been really good for me. I feel like you get in very close to the beginning of most of the moves when things move majorly. And I feel like I say, I feel like I can ride these bigger, this is a perfect example. You can just get into a trade and stay into it. If you're swinging here, you could have took this little scalp and then you could swing the rest of this. You'd have been hour and a half in these monster trades. And if you look through my channel, a lot of the videos I've had, a lot of the days I've had really, really good days, this is what I did. I just held this trend and I waited until I got something to tell me to get out. I let my chart tell me when to get out, not a stop loss necessarily or a take profit necessarily. And then I used my order block as my levels to shoot for. So if we were to get in here and we saw an order block down here, that'd be a great place to put a take profit if you had to use a take profit or wanted to. So great indicator, my favorite indicator, the best indicator I've ever used. And if I had nothing else, I would do this one. This has been such a game changer for me. And the people on my Discord or on my live stream, I don't have a Discord. I meant like the live stream that I do. There is a Discord with Justins channel. We talked a little bit about it on there, but my live stream and the people that follow me or message me, email me or whatever, I can't believe how many people have said, man, that's a great indicator. That's watching your video and seeing how to use that's really helped me with my trading. So that's the point of this video. If you're struggling and you need help with an indicator, this is my absolute #1 best recommended indicator. I think it'll really do some good things for you. So try it out. Watch some of my other videos. You can see it in action. Some of my live streams, you can see it in action. And I think you'll be impressed. For a free indicator and setting it up like this, it works really well.